What's happening, video world? Yes, indeed, to all my video viewers, double V's, the V's, as I like to call you. Welcome once again to the channel. Yes, indeed, the channel that's bringing you complete entertainment, all rolled up in one. What channel might that be? Well, I'm glad you thought it without asking. Guess what? That channel I'm referring to is the one and only one, DJ B-Long Studio. Yeah. Now you might say to yourself, what's so different about this channel? And I say to you, the difference will be you. That's right. The difference most definitely will be you. It'll be you tuning in to keep up with a variety of current topics, including music. As you hear the music in the background, a little prelude as I come in like this. Sports, domestic, and worldwide social events. Politics, religions, and relationships, just to mention a few. It's all about entertaining and enlightening you in various ways, all under one umbrella. That umbrella, of course, DJ B-Long Studio. And today's feature will be, one of my favorites, sports talk. Oh, yeah, all my sports fanatics. Where you at? Where you at? Come out from under those rocks. I know you out there. What's happening in the sports world? And all the diehard sport lovers out there. I'm talking about those of you that eat, sleep, dream, and probably shit sports. Yes, indeed. To those of you that just got to have it, I present to you the show, Sports Phanatics. Today, me and my guests will talk about some of the hottest issues in sports by giving you their unbiased opinions without any political correctness. That's right, no PC on this show. Okay, keeping it real. And my featured guest today, as they give an unbiased opinion and political correctness, that's right, no PC as I mentioned on this show. And going forward, what we're going to go ahead and do is bring my guests on. Let's go ahead and mute the music here. And let me say, right now, in opening up the show, and again, keep in mind, this is not, I repeat, this is not intended to be a debate show, but an opinion-based show with facts included. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a little bit of facts in this talk. And you know what they say about opinions? We all know. If you don't, let me break it off and tell you a little bit about what they say about opinions. You know, they say opinions are just like assholes. Everybody got one, but some stink more than others. Please don't come in here stinking up the place. We ain't got room for it. I ain't got enough air freshener to go around. But at the end of the day, it's still your opinion. And as long as it's your opinion, no one, and I repeat, no one can tell you that it's right or wrong. So without further ado, let's meet our distinguished panel for today. First up and foremost, we got Mr. J coming on live. All right, let me bring you in here, Jay.
What's going on?
What's happening, bro?
Living the American dream, right?
Okay, so you living that American dream, huh? And what dream might that be?
Not be broke.
Hey, boy, look here. Boy, you know what? Yeah, that turned into a nightmare for a whole lot of people. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a dream. That won't fall short of becoming a miracle. All right. So, Jay, what you been up to today, man? Anything in special?
Nothing. Just chilling. Watching
Chilling.
some of these college games, these no-name games, but
Oh,
uh,
okay.
I've been falling asleep on them now. The good ones don't start till next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. We do, and we actually gonna breach on that for a minute because there's a couple that I'm definitely interested in talking about a little bit to see what's happening. You know, but we definitely got some good sports going on right about now, and some of the topics we're gonna run through today. We'll cover a little bit of college sports towards the end of the day. Okay, and right now, actually, I'm looking at we got a couple other guys that should be joining us live on the panel. So I'm giving them a few minutes. They on CP time. You know how that goes. That might be universal. I'm not sure.
Man,
Yeah, definitely. So, but in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead, Jay. We can take you give me a couple more minutes. Tell me, so you've been kicking it back, chilling this week. You're getting ready for next week, like you said, watching a little bit of college football. And next week we got some pretty good games. I know we got we got the you gonna be playing right after Labor Day. We got that big 3-day weekend coming up,
all right.
and I'm really kind of interested in seeing that Jackson State and FAMU game as well. So I'm kind of
Mm,
interested in how that's going to turn out. The whole ambience very around it, that the HBC thing going on,
right.
and so we're good. We'll try to touch bases on some of that a little bit as well, and some of the other topics we talked about. A little segment I wanted to drop in there today. Um, it's it's a good thing called sports gossip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sports gossip. Sports gossip is all over the place. And boy, it seems to be more prevalent now than it ever was before. What you think?
It's some big gossip going on right now though with the
Absolutely.
Dolphins.
Absolutely. Huh?
There's some big gossip going on with the Dolphins right now.
Well, you know what? We don't want to let the cat out the bag, but we definitely sure want to get into that because you know me and the Dolphins, and like I said, they because of the GM, the head coach, and somewhat the quarterback. I guess. I mean, they gonna almost force me to be a fan of theirs.
Hmm.
But we got some diehard Dolphin fans, boy, here that's gonna be on this panel in a few. So we definitely gonna get their take on it. But I'm damn curious, and I'm sure our listeners out there are curious as to exactly what those rumors might be. So what's up? I see we got Barnes just ticked in. Barnes, what's happening, brother? Appreciate you giving the chance to join us early. Stay tuned. I think Barnes is a big Dolphin fan as well, so we'll hit him up. We talk to you, get you on the panel here if you decide you want to come on and say a few words to the people. But in the meantime, like I said, I'm just giving a couple other guys a chance to chime in here and get on this panel so we can get rolling on our subject topic. Definitely, and Jay, just for conversation piece, got me curious now. Uh, what is it that you've heard about the Dolphins?
Oh, that they the front runner to get Deshaun Watson.
The front runner.
Yep, they're the number one team. So if it's true, your boy two was going to Houston if it's true,
Man, look
and
here.
that wasn't even a good pick in my opinion. But if they get Deshaun Watson, man, I can't clown the Dolphins no more.
Listen, if they get the Miami, if Dolphins get, and you know what? I've been calling this from day one. The very first time he actually stated that he wanted to be traded, get out from under Houston. From the very first time, I said, you know what? That's the move right there for the Dolphins. I mean, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm gonna give up Tour in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking
Listen,
about
Houston,
it.
I'm telling you. A heartbeat. Take him. And you know what? Just to throw a little icing on the cake, I'll give you 2 first-round picks and Tua.
Oh yeah. Well, not and that's why they're probably the front runner because I think they got a couple first round picks because I know they. I'm forever grateful for the Dolphins for getting us Trey Lance. So I know they got our picks um, next year, our first and our second. So they got draft capital to get Deshaun Watson, definitely.
Yeah, well, listen, they stock more draft picks than Boston did. You know that year Danny Ainge was sucking up all the first
Mm-hmm.
round picks and second round
Yep.
picks. He thought he outsmarted himself on that one. But the Dolphins pretty much in a similar situation. They try to say that fast 5 times. But anyway, they brought in a lot of picks. Well, they got a lot of picks,
Yeah,
and
they
so
got tons of picks.
mhm. And with that being said, you know they got it to give. And to me, Deshaun Watson automatically make them a Super Bowl contender. Automatically.
Yeah,
Now,
because their defense is pretty good.
yeah, yeah, they that team is that team is built. That
Yep.
team is built, and they're ready for a deep playoff run. And I think the only thing that's going to hold them back is Tua.
Yeah. Yeah,
It, it,
I don't have faith in any Bama quarterback in the NFL. It's just they just ain't that good in the NFL, man.
well, I know you know what they history say they're not. You know what I'm saying? You look at the facts. History say most of those Bama quarterbacks are no good. Now they really trying to juice up and hype up this Mac Jones. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know how that's going to turn out. We we know the history of Bama quarterbacks. So I'm quite, and again, that's another topic that we want to kind of delve into a little bit later. But they definitely happen up Mac Jones. You know, what I'm saying they ready to push an MVP, a league MVP, a Super Bowl runner-up, Rookie of the Year, and he set the most passing yards in his first year as a rookie. And they ready to put him on the bench for a rookie that just coming out of college. And you know I'm
Oh,
talking
of
about
course.
Cam. You know I'm talking about Cam. That's my boy too. But anyway, we're gonna see how that unfolds because Cam, to me, you know, Cam ain't getting his just due. He definitely not getting his just due, man. He ain't getting the respect that he deserved for he's accomplished already in the NFL. You know,
Right.
so we gonna see how that's gonna unfold. But they definitely, I'm with you on that when it comes to that Alabama thing, that quarterback situation. Definitely. Shoot. Let's go here. All right. Let me see if we got anybody. Sound like I might have somebody trying to get in, but they having a little bit of problem probably logging in onto the channel. Let me step outside for a minute here. Let's see. Yeah, I got a couple people here. Yeah, there's you know what, this technology part and trying to get guys. All right. So we got a
I
guy
don't understand why it's so hard. You just click the link. That's it.
hey, I try I try to keep it as simple as possible. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and I use the KISS method, not necessarily keep it simple, stupid, but keep it simple, super simple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it super simple. So, but yeah, we you know, there's always something that gets in the way of some things. Okay, all right, okay, yeah, yeah. Listen, hey, listen. I got people texting me. I'm telling them, hit me up on the chat. You know, I can that way I ain't got to be looking at my phone. Just hit me up on the chat, and we can respond to what you questions you may have right away on live, actually live and on air. Okay, all right, okay. So I got a few people that are gonna be timing in on us. So, but yeah, Jay. So that's kind of what we're looking at, man, right now in the NFL season getting ready to start. And I know you and I spoke about the NBA season, the just past NBA season, and I wanted to get some others' opinion regarding what we kind of touched on the last show. and regards to the drafting, the free agents, and the ranking of the teams. So I just wanted to get that in before it gets too distant and faint. But we try to touch on that, and then of course, obviously, we're going to talk about the divisions, the NFC, AFC. Try to pick out who's going to be the division winner. So those will be some of the things we're going to touch on going forward for today, as everybody else chime in on. And then, like I said, some of the things I wanted to reach out on. You talk about the rumors, and we just kind of discussed one. And I heard that rumor about Deshaun. Well, actually, I kind of predicted that to be the best case scenario. Deshaun coming here, obviously he's got to shake loose all those things that's going on with these accusations that's been filed against him, and apparently, these 222 women, and now they're saying the FBI is had to investigate him. It's funny how they throw that FBI thing out there like he done did something super criminal.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They got the FBI investigating
Well,
Deshaun Watson.
the police, local police, is in. They not haven't even said anything about him. They haven't even arrested him or nothing like that, because if they really had something, they would have did it by now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So now the FBI, so the FBI, I guess the FBI is saying, "Oh well, y'all not doing a good enough job. Let us investigate." But it's really nothing to it. I mean, you just was with some chicks that
Yeah.
want to make some extra money.
Listen, man, it's crazy. It's crazy how this stuff is trying to go down with him. But they say that the FBI. One of the reasons they was investigating him is that back in March of last year, when this all kicked off. And for those that are not aware, but if you follow sports, you definitely should be aware. Okay, and so they said the reason, one of the reasons, two reasons why maybe they were investigating. One was for extortion. One of the girls actually in text messages kind of alluded to, you needed to pay me this or to keep me quiet.
Right. I heard
So
that.
really, that was working in his favor when it
Yeah.
comes to that, because she definitely was trying to extort him, which we know the deal. All of them are trying to extort him. That ain't no
But
big
didn't your
secret.
lawyer do the same thing? Said a couple $100,000 and this can all go away. And he was like, "No, I'm not paying nothing. I ain't do nothing wrong."
Right. Exactly. And I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame him
No,
one
I
bit.
wouldn't be
And
paying
like,
nothing. I'd be just like him. Nope.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And so yeah, with that being said, but it's funny how the media and that. And I got a definition of medium. I broke it down in an acronym aspect. Media, MEDIA,
Hmm.
madness every day in America. That's media. You know what I'm saying? Madness every day in America. And this media, they lock on to FBI. So now they're trying to make the man look like he a federal criminal.
Right.
FBI getting involved in federal cases.
Right.
Now they trying to act like he a federal. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. And the latest I hear on it, the Houston Police Department, who had not actually filed the police department didn't even do an investigation until recently. So they were supposedly looking into it now, and supposedly they got several women trying to file criminal charges on Deshaun. So you know what? The longer it goes, the more they start grabbing for straws,
Right.
and and the NFL already said pretty much, because they haven't said anything for the most part, but their silence is saying enough.
Right.
You know, they already told Houston they're not going to put him on the exemption list. In other words, they're not going to just pay him and tell him to sit out the rest of the year. Houston's got to come up with something,
Right.
and that's kind of why they kind of forced to go ahead and try to trade him before they, to see if they can get something for him. And right now, boy, the Dolphins probably got the most to offer him. And with Tua going at it, like you said, this is Tua's last chance. If Tua don't step up, even if he does step up, if they can still get Deshaun, I'm letting him go. I'm letting him
Oh
go.
yeah.
Because really, the Dolphins,
Ain't
their backup quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, that
mm-hmm.
boy's good.
Yeah,
He's
he's
good.
starting back up.
Yeah. I mean, he started. He started for Bill Belichick
Yeah.
as a rookie.
Yep.
So he's good. And I think, in my
He
opinion,
can
I
follow
think he's
his
better
too.
than Tua. So it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting how this is gonna unfold, and I'm curious to see. All right, and and Barnes, I know if you're still listening on, Barnes, are you a Dolphin? Oh no. But Barnes said he's 100% still a fan. Black and yellow. Okay, the Steelers. I don't know about the Steelers, man. Okay, all right. So let me see here, Tony. Tony did. I, okay, I got Tony saying he's here, but I didn't see him pop up on my screen. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, the Steelers, man. I don't know. I don't know about the Steelers though. I I'm not so I'm not sold on Ben Roethlisberger.
I think this
I'm not
is
sold on
pretty
him at
much
all.
it. Like he's starting to look like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick. And he need to wrap it up.
Hmm. Definitely, definitely. I mean, and we talk a little bit about what Deshaun had to do dealing with. Not for anybody, any doubters out there, any of y'all that's sitting on the fence and want to see Deshaun Watson lose his job and go to jail. Think about the crap that Ben Roethlisberger got away with. Think about that for a second. Ben Roethlisberger got away with. He was accused of rape,
Twice.
abuse.
Twice.
I mean, that's huh?
Not once, twice.
Twice.
Yeah, it was twice. For Ben, twice.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know he was accused of it twice.
Yep.
Wow. So he's still playing football.
Mm-hmm.
He's still playing football. I don't get it. I don't get it. And they, they trying to get this brother and jam him up on some accusations. And we know
We
that was
can't
all
find
about.
anything. Let's get the FBI involved.
Right, right, definitely. Uh-oh. Hey, listen, Gerald said white privilege is involved in that.
Of
Hmm.
course.
Hmm.
Let
Yeah.
Oh man, because I don't think Deshaun is not even being accused of rape though.
No, no.
That's what I'm saying. But you see how big a deal it is. He's not even
Right.
being accused of rape. Ben Roethlisberger accused of rape, and he's still playing football.
I'm telling you, a rape. And again, it just goes back to my point too, when I was talking about how you got players that's done committed vehicular manslaughter, sexual abuse,
Right.
physical abuse, domestic abuse, and they're all still playing.
Yeah.
They're all still playing. And so to say this man is a criminal because he do what most people do when they go to a massage parlor.
Right.
Let's keep it real.
Robert Kraft did he?
Yeah, and he 80 years old.
Dang, he must got some badass Viagra or some shit. You 80 years old, still horny the
I'm
motherfucker.
telling you,
Damn.
he was, whatever whatever he was on, he better put that. He better turn the rest of the world on to that because he
Damn.
about 80 years old and he's still rolling up in there getting that kind of thing done for himself. That's crazy. That's crazy. But you know what? Like we talked about previously, he he you don't hear anything else about it. He rolled up
No.
in here in a limousine down here in South Florida,
Mm-hmm.
Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, I think it was, in a limousine, thinking nobody was going to see him. And he went and did his thing. But you know what? You didn't hear nothing else after that.
No.
Nothing else after that.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. Nothing. And so what he did, of course, he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. And so what he basically did was pay them off. He gave them what they wanted, gave them some hush money, and it was on. It was done.
Yep.
Over with. It was over with. Let me see here. Give me a second here, Jay, because I heard Tony say he's trying to tune in here. And Gerald, I appreciate you responding. You talking about you being big, big? Okay, I got Big Buddha. Look like Big Buddha just joined us. I'm gonna bring him on in a second. My boy Ace. But look at it, Gerald. Gerald talking about the being won a championship. Then started asking aggressively for sex. Hey, 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 that's what he did. Hey, he definitely did. And if you recall, Jared, I don't even give him credit for winning a championship. I mean, I think it was who's that guy that threw the touchdown for him? It was a receiver. That first Super Bowl. It was one of the wide receivers. It was on a trick play. Ben didn't throw no touchdowns in that game. And secondly, in that second Super Bowl, I know that defensive end intercepted that ball from the goal line and ran all the way to the back for the other one for a touchdown. So that kind of won that game for them. So Big Ben to me wasn't no star in the Super Bowl. You know, he
Yeah,
had
it's
some
very
backup coming at
versatile.
he, he had other plays coming at him. Well, let's hear. Let me go ahead. Jay. I'm gonna bring Big Buddha up on the air here. Bring him in, and then that way we can kind of get chimed in. Once we get one more to chime in from the panels, we'll go ahead and dive into the actually the topics that we want to be going through today. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring Big Buddha on up in here.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going
What's going
on,
on,
brother?
man?
Ain't nothing much.
Oh my!
I got work that I forgot that the people coming to put my impact windows in today, and I'm like, oh Lord, we going on the air. You can't do it today, but they had to do it, so they had to redo my room just for me to get back home. I'm glad to be here. I hope I didn't miss too much.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You know, you came right in on time. Jay's on the panel already with us, and we just been going over a couple of things that we talked about that we're going to actually touch on when we get into the topics. By the way, Jay, that's Ace. We know as Ace. We call us Big Buddha as well.
What's going on?
What's
What's
going
going
on, man?
on? I have
What's
people
going on,
still
man?
in my house, so I have to keep a mask on. I just lost a friend yesterday. He passed away from COVID. So
Damn.
I got a medical impairment, so I'm trying to be safe.
Right.
But I did catch one guy was talking. I heard I think it was Bingo or you mentioned the guy said about having sex. Let me tell you, sex is a powerful weapon, boy. Powerful weapon. A man set his own for sex. The man went on the football field. The man went on the football field and said, "Hey, I played in the Super Bowl. Lay next to me and give me some." I tell you, boy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, hey, listen. Sex ain't no joke. Ask Adam. How Eve tricked him.
Well, you
Hey,
know, a lot of like what people don't understand. A lot of people, a lot of men don't have a lot of sex like that. That's why they be doing crazy shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
The average
I'm gonna
man
tell
don't
you.
be having a lot of sex, so that's why you see them be doing this crazy, goofy shit.
But you know what? I would say this. It's not the actual sex that get people in trouble. It's how far they'll go to have it. That's the problem. Now, let's tie it into the sports. Let's tie it into sports. Haven't you seen whenever the Heat play anybody, they always tell the opposition how to get the South beat and they give them a limo service. They got to get them arrested before the game. You understand about South Beach? Come on vacation, leave on probation.
Yep.
What you say about that, Bingo?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? We all know that the justice system, the injustice system for some, if you don't have that privilege, and but boy, look here. As much as we wanted to work fair, it just don't seem to be working out that way. But I actually, I want to do another show. The next show that I'll launch is going to call "What's Your Take," and it's going to really be more serious matters. Not that sports is not serious, but some serious things are going on in sports. But things like
Yeah,
social injustice, police brutality, black on black crime. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Those are the type of topics that I want to breach on and get you guys involved in, and so we can just spit it out to people like that how we see it, and I give my opinion on it based on some facts. And but I
I
just think
agree.
that in the media, not enough people really can actually say what they really want to say. You know,
Yeah,
so
that's
I
true.
in
They
this case,
handcuffed.
we can say what we want to say. You know what I'm saying?
For
It's our
now,
opinion.
for
Uh,
now,
exactly.
let me tell you, they don't care about what we say until a whole bunch of people start listening. And then all of a sudden, hey, we gotta shut them boys down. They're making sense. Let me tell you, I've been doing bingo for over 20 plus years. And the one thing I say about him, he's straightforward, right to the point and direct. So I know this part channel right here is going to be informative. It's going to be right to the point, and the research will be done. So do us a favor while we talking and while I'm talking, and hit that button down there that says subscribe, so you'll be updated on everything that's going on. This channel is the hardest thing going right now, and it's my sister station, and I back it, I support it, and as the politicians say, I approve this message.
Oh no, my goodness, Ace, Mickey, and you know what? He didn't even get paid for that. You know what I'm saying? And I hope he don't ask for no pay. You know what I'm saying? All that marketing
No,
and pub.
that's just the bottom line. That's the fact. That's why I made it my business. I told them guys, if you don't do it any other room, finish my room. I got to get on because that channel right there, I want to be at the bottom when that channel get noticed and go to the top. I want to say I was on 1, 2, 3, and many more episodes.
No
And I
doubt,
forgot to put
no
my
doubt.
jersey. I forgot to put my jersey on, but I threw this on because they cleaned it up. One thing about me, I'm not gonna get my jersey dirty. I take great care of my jerseys.
So they cost too much money to get them dirty, huh?
Hey, especially when I bought for you, I treat that just like it's a woman. They with that woman again. So
Hey,
let's dive in some of these topics because I know you. If I know you, you got a topic to lay down. So let's hit it.
all right. What I'm gonna do too is start for starters. I got Tony trying to chime in. So what I'm gonna do is I got to send him another invite, and you guys should
Look,
have
let me see here.
a listing or email of the topics. But give me a second here while I go ahead and try to shoot this other invite to Tony because he's having a hard time getting in
Okay.
to get to the
Look,
panel.
look.
All right. So give me a second here.
Look,
In the
look.
meantime, if y'all got anything y'all want to throw out there to the people again, go ahead and do that while I take this quick short and send him that an invite. Let me see
Hello?
here.
Yeah, good. Yeah, hold
Okay.
up. Yeah, I'm doing. Yeah, we see you link.
Oh,
Okay. Yep. Yeah, she was checking to make sure I got on the channel. My wife is saying, "You get on the channel?" Yeah, I'm on the channel. So what's popping, big dog? Hey,
Chilling.
I got what y'all think about that controversy with Cam Newton and Matt Jones? That's what I want to talk about. Did you see what they did to Cam Jones? I mean, Cam Jones. You see what they did to Cam Newton?
Now what they
not
say.
lately.
I thought Cam was still the starter.
Oh, see, I did my research. Here we go again. I am the deep, deep analyst for the bingo show. Check this out. For the football fanatics.
So you the Stephen A.
I'm not Stephen A.
Stephen,
I'm just the big Buddha. I
there
will
you go.
get you. Now, check this out. How do Cam Newton or they what I heard now, I heard this from the talk show. I should have recorded it, but I didn't know how to put it on online. The next time I get clips, I'm gonna have a way to run it. But Cam, they had him to do a special project. While he was doing a special project, it overlapped him to go to the game and play. So it gave Matt Jones a chance to play and get a feel of the team. Now, y'all probably saying, what's the big deal? Here's the big deal. Since Cam left Carolina, now I'm going to say he was disgruntled for whatever reason, but isn't it ironic, I'm going to go here with this, that a black man with his ability and capabilities can't lock down a starting job? Now, these situations just didn't happen to Cam. It happened to Griffin, Robert Griffin. And it happened. I like when you're a great star athlete, even Michael Vick. Oh, they let him go on dog charge that he wasn't even involved in. It just bothers me and baffles me. But we got a Caucasian by the name of Tom Brady who's getting Social Security with me, and he's playing in the NFL and he's getting top dollar. Cam Newton is younger than Tom Brady, and he played with the ability as Tom Brady, and I say that. Tom don't do that.
Cam ain't nowhere near as good as Tom Brady. Not in a million years.
See, that's why I said that, because I knew somebody would respond.
Nah.
What makes Tom?
Honestly, I just think the NFL just got adjusted to Cam Newton, because Cam Newton's been falling off for quite some time now.
You think he has?
I think he has. I just think the NFL adjusted to him. You know, a lot of those quarterbacks that came in doing that option shit the whole time, they not even in there no more. Like Kaepernick, like Griffin. Cam is another one, but he just was a little bit better than those two. But and if you think about it, look at it. Cam was only going to be there a short period of time. They're only signing them to 1-year contracts. That tells you right there that they had no intention of having Cam there for a long time. So they got Mac Jones. Mac Jones is going to be there. That's their quarterback. So Cam is only there for 1 year. I guarantee you he will not be in New England next year.
You see what Gerard Barnes put? He said Jones is the future. Cam is inconsistent. Now, let me tell you something. What you're saying is correct, if I'll take it your way. So that means, how many years do Lamar Jackson have in this league? If run options and all the ability that you spoke about, which happened to be in the athleticism of a black man, how much longer before Lamar Jackson be looking for work?
Well, Lamar Jackson wasn't really one of those option quarterbacks. He didn't really run it like that. He led the
NFL in rushing. He led the NFL in rushing quarterbacks. So you can't say that.
Well, what I'm saying is Lamar can do it all. I watched Lamar play in high school, and Lamar can not just he can read defenses. Some other cats can't read defenses like that. And what they have with Lamar is, he's a better athlete than all of them. So they did that option his first year. Yeah, that worked, but they saw it like it always does. The defense adjusts to it. They changed the offense a little bit last year for him because he didn't run it as much as he did the previous year. Another thing is Lamar Jackson ain't got no receivers. Who are their receivers? Most people can't even name they 3 starting receivers. So
now wait a minute. Now here's where I build a little bit of what y'all call it. I forgot the word. Where hypocritical. I got to give Brady the thumbs up on that, because Brady can throw the ball to anybody on the field, no name or well name. Now, so I don't like to hear that part about receivers, because if you're a great quarterback, you make it happen. Your job is to make it happen. You are the front line of the team, so I can't support that.
The facts are there's not that many quarterbacks that can do nothing with regular mediocre receivers throughout history. You ain't never really seen no quarterback, no other than Tom Brady, do it with mediocre receivers. You see Joe Montana. Yeah, the best receiver. You think if he
Let
had
me ask
the
you.
receivers Brady had? No.
Let me
There's
ask
a
you a
lot of
question.
quarterbacks. Every quarterback that was great, they had a great receiver, except for
Well,
Tom
let me
Brady.
ask you. Well, let me ask you a question, my great man. Your name again?
Jay,
Jay, let me ask you a question. Here's a very good question. You said that great quarterback. So, what is your? Are you a fan of the Patriots or are you a fan of Tom Brady?
not a fan of neither one of them, but the facts are the
Not
facts.
me. I
Tom
like
Brady
you
is one of the
already.
best quarterbacks ever.
I like you already. I like you already. Great.
You know
Great.
what? I'll say this. There's a reason Brady got up out of New England 2 years ago. He didn't have anything, nothing. So he was like, you know what? Heck with this. I need to go somewhere where I got
Yeah,
talent.
the receivers were worse. They were that's a good point because the receivers he ain't never had receivers that bad before.
Never,
Listen,
he,
but
never.
you saw, but you see the conspiracy when he left, his homeboy Grunt retired. He go to Tampa. Grunt come out of retirement. Did anybody get that? Did anybody get
Yeah, yeah.
that?
But
That was amazing.
Gronk was his boy. That was his party boy. We didn't see it. We knew Gronk was a party animal, but we didn't
Yeah.
know about that other side about Brady until he won that Super Bowl. Until he got to Tampa. Now we realize how much of a party animal he
Yeah.
is.
yep.
He
Brady
kept that under
Brown throwing
wraps.
it. Yeah, he throwing the body trophy in the water to Grunt. hey, hey, boy, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's what
He
he
is
think about the Lombardi Trophy.
he showed a whole lot of his true personality when he got to Tampa. So that just tells you he was under wraps. But apparently he was a beerhead too. Brady was chugging down beers left and right. Him and Gronk. But
So
he didn't get that pub like Gronk. Gronk didn't give a damn.
Everybody showed
now
their
Gronk
here's
ass
the
did
when
his
they
shit
come to
question.
anyway.
Florida. That's
Here's
what
the
happens.
question, right? Here's the question. Was it Brady a party animal or because he was in Tampa, which is about 6 or 7 hours from Miami? It's something about the Miami air
Yeah,
that
see
take
that's
everybody.
what I was
That
saying.
take everybody. The Florida,
Everybody show their ass when they come to Florida. So that
when they
I
get to
just think
Florida, oh my
it
God,
just man,
they
everybody
just
lose their
lose
mind.
it.
I don't understand it, especially when they go to South Florida, they lose their damn mind.
Listen, I live down there. Me and Big was here all the time. They break their neck to go to South Beach and get caught in traffic and then do a selfie. We're stuck in traffic. Woo! I can't get out.
We
I
can go all the way
Hey,
back. We can go
they
all the
got-
way back to the damn 80s with the NFL with these cats getting in trouble. Stanley Wilson said, "Fuck the Super Bowl." He locked himself in the hotel room in Miami, snorted his way, snorted to the next night. So
hey,
shit.
That's
what,
what I'm trying to tell you.
remember that DB for New England? They came down here and got jammed up by a prostitute. Well, that was a couple of that was a while back. It was in the Super Bowl. He came
Yeah,
down here
I
and got
forgot.
jammed up
The
by a
dude from
prostitute.
Atlanta too, right?
Yeah. Oh well. Hey, ATL. That's the sack. That's little Miami.
Well, the
That's a
dude from
good Miami.
ATL came down here.
Where did Mike Irvin
play in
get
the Super Bowl
jammed up
down there?
at? Where did Mike
Everywhere.
Irvin get jammed up? Where did
Everywhere
Mike
he went.
Irvin get jammed up?
He got jammed up everywhere he went. Mike was wild. Mike was straight
Listen,
wild.
I mean, my girlfriend remind me of goddamn Lawrence Taylor. If it's coke, it's just no joke. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it
Right?
is. You remember me of Lawrence Taylor, boy. LT
Hey,
and
look here.
Michael Irvin. Goddamn.
Let me throw a quick shout out. We got methodical track bankers checking us out, tuning in for the
Yeah.
first time
Yeah.
around. They
Yeah.
checking
Are
us
you
out. We
well
also
on?
got Pope.
Bell in the
Got
building. Yeah, that's my daughter.
Bachman.
That's my daughter and
Okay.
my IT technician over there.
Okay. Throw them out there. Let them say what's up. All
Yeah.
right.
Don't
And
forget we got what Brady never had a good running game. No, Brady don't care about the running game. Brady wants to pass. I object to that statement right there. He had decent
well,
running backs. He had decent running backs. Everybody playing for the pass. He never even wanted to hand the ball off because he can't get no credit.
Brady, Belichick's style was to run the ball, and then Brady was dinking and dunking. He throw a 4-yard pass, 5-yard pass, and the receiver, you do a run after catch, and then he's good to go in that regards. So that's kind of how Brady was coming in there. But I ain't gonna take nothing for Brady. He's been very poor. He's over all these years. He got all these Super Bowls. So you got to give him some credit. But really, he really showed his true self when he got to Tampa, and he had weapons.
Yeah.
He had weapons out there, yin yang. And next year,
Yes.
there people talking about they're gonna go undefeated. I don't know about all that,
What?
but
I don't know.
They're not
Let
getting
me
past
tell
the
you.
Niners. They're not even getting past the Saints. That's what I said.
Listen.
Jameis Winston is going to ball out this year.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
Oh, wait a minute. My homeboy Leon telling me Patrick Mahomes was the next quarterback after Brady. Why he have to be after Brady? I think he's just as good as Brady. That's why he's on the man cover with Brady. He told the old man, look at the future, because I'm it, baby. That day you can log in and you can like it or you can unsubscribe to the channel, because that's a fact.
I agree. Patrick Mahomes is going to be, he'll be around for a long time, and he could very easily, to me, be better than Brady. Now, whether or not Andy Reid is going to be around long enough to put a good enough team around him to get him to that point, it's a different story. But if better quarterback, I would take Patrick Mahomes any day over Brady.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There you go. A man who spoke the truth and didn't go behind the rhetoric.
I don't think they're going to have no money to keep going to the Super Bowl after they paid him all that money, though.
No.
Patrick Mahomes?
People were taking a pay cut to get the Lombardi trophy and throw that bitch in the ocean like Tom Brady did. You better believe it. You better believe it. It's about the ring, baby. Sometimes, not about the money.
Yes, it's about that chip. It's about that chip.
On your shoulder.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like Barkley, watching the people become champions. He gonna sue me for that one. He gonna sue me for that one. I just lost everything on.
Barkley's not the only one that didn't get a ring, though. There's a whole lot of them that didn't get a ring.
Wrong, but he's the only one that talks to Mac about people that got it.
Right.
That's what killed him with Barkley.
He should always be quiet at all times. Barkley talk too much. That's why they always be clowning him.
Say it, Jay. Don't be scared. We already sued. Get it out.
He always be a clown. Everybody be like, where your ring at? Don't worry about my ring.
Right?
Listen, when NBA come back, watch Barkley. People don't want a ring and Barkley going there, they're just a championship of caliber. What the hell were you? What the hell were you, Barkley? Because you had Kevin Johnson. And y'all had some great epic battles. Now I know you playing against Michael Jordan. Now I know you've been tell me all this smack. But it don't matter who you are playing against. If you are that man to get a championship, that's when you talk. I was always taught. But Ric Flair, woo! To be the man, you got to beat the man. Everybody remember the Nature Boy said that. To be the man, woo! You got to beat the man. And I'm up here on Space Mountain. I love Mr. Ric Flair, boy. I love Mr. Flair. He spoke truth. That old man spoke truth. You ain't nothing if you don't beat me.
Absolutely. Hey, let me get back here. Let's go ahead and try to do a little bit of this other stuff that we wanted to do talk about regarding the sports guy. Now, I mentioned early on that we wanted to touch on some sports gossip, and Jay and I did touch a little bit about the Dolphins and Deshaun and Tua. But what y'all think? Let me tell you this. Let me throw this out there at you. What do you think about Steph Curry? His mom and dad are divorcing. Now, they both claim each other was cheating.
Man,
what do you think about that?
They might as well just stay together at this point. Shit.
Wait a minute. I don't know how old Jay is, but I know what both of their angles are. See, the one who get caught in the adultery is the one who will get the less money. That's what the problem is. The problem is, hey, I'm living good eating cheese on my cheeseburger. So guess what? You did it. And then you did it. Like Jay said, if you both did it, you're even. Keep going. But it's not about that. It's not about that. It's always about this. What didn't we say this earlier? Sex.
Well,
Sex.
you know what? Money shouldn't be an issue for them. Their
Yeah.
son. It's their son. Let's just check this out. Remember, Dale Curry, the husband, he played in the NBA for years. So
Yeah.
he got dollars. Now his wife. Now you could almost tell when you in the games. You could see her dancing and prancing and in the stands. You know she was out there. You know what I'm saying? When you saw the games, you're like every man on TV was
Yep.
watching that TV. Saying, "Damn, okay,
Now
she
wait a
might be
minute.
loose like that."
Now, hold on.
Okay,
Now,
what?
you gotta hear that question. You have proof. That's the
Huh?
word. That's the magic word. Where's the proof?
Well, she cheated, so that's the proof right there. She
Yeah.
out
Because
there.
Hey,
everybody going to the video. I know a lot of women that dance like that in the video. Don't mean they're loose in the booth.
no,
That's
no,
what
no.
it is.
Listen.
I don't know. She just got that
Uh,
look about
Listen, I mean, I'm not wanting to get into the rumor thing, but years ago when Steph was in college, they said she actually basically maybe gave one of his teammates a lap dance. They say she was gyrating. You know how the other people like to say
Oh,
it. But the bottom line is
gyrating.
that's a rumor. Now I don't know how true it is, but that's again your history will definitely dictate some of your future.
That's
Now
it.
keep in mind she's right now. They're supposedly separated. They've been separated for several months. She's actually supposedly living with the guy that she's been kicking it with. Okay,
Oh,
so and
whoa,
so that,
whoa.
that, that innocence thing ain't gonna apply.
No,
And you can
what
kind
is
of see,
God doing?
Jay know, when you spot somebody in the club, you gonna say, "Oh yeah, I got a shot at that."
right.
Just by the way they carry themselves.
Right. That
You know what I'm
vibe.
saying?
Like, yeah.
That's true.
You don't know.
I agree.
That's
I
a
agree
man
with that.
know.
Like she gonna
That's why I get
go
on
to
my
the bar
daughter
or
and tell
whatever.
her, don't be wearing that old freaky stuff. I tell my daughter that all the time. Because the man that make up his mind, that's the easy plug. I'm on that. Wait a minute. Divorce is a part of life. They just celebrity status. There we go again. There we go again. Isolation. Isolation. I don't like that isolation. Whether you rich or poor, a crime or an incident or indication of a bad scene is real. Not your financial status or your social status. Man says a part of life, celebrity status. I like that. But that's why they fight, but it's money. That's why they both send each other to cheating. That's what when it comes down to it, the almighty dollar. Let me tell you something. I can see Dale Curry cheating. He got the money. A woman walk up and say, "Hey, he said, give you $2,000. Keep your mouth closed. Give me 15 minutes." That woman butt ass naked before we can go to the next goddamn commercial. And that's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact. I go to the strip clubs and I throw them a couple of $100 and they about to do anything I want them to do. So I know what a couple of thousand to do. You saw that lady that killed McNabb? I mean, Steve McNabb. She killed him when he said he wanted to break it off. She thought about all that money she was going to lose and she killed his ass. Better
Yeah,
believe
well,
it.
it's some crazies out there. It's some crazies out there, and I really don't think money is an issue with them, especially when their son, Steph, he's the only NBA player to ever sign a $200 million a year deal. He done did it twice.
Wait,
200
200
million.
million? Wait, 200
200
million?
million twice. He's the only player that ever done that. So that's why I say money is not an issue here. It's not an issue. And like I said, Dale Curry, he was in the league for quite a long time, and I'm sure he rolled it in a million. I'm not sure what she did other than be a housewife. What other talent she may have, but that she's her own moneymaker. But
I know.
again,
I
money
know.
is not an issue for that family. Not at all. Not at all.
Listen,
But let's move on to the next subject here, though,
go ahead.
regarding uh, rumors or gossip, should I say? Now we talked about uh, Stephen A. Let's talk about Stephen A. Stephen A. apparently is getting Max Kellerman fired from First Take. He's getting him removed from First Take.
Here's the
What do
question,
you
brother.
think about that?
Why? Why? That's what
Well,
you get asking yourself. Why?
well, the reason I'm hearing is Steve. Well, if Stephen A. didn't think that Max was actually comparable enough to answer certain or debates certain topics the way he was. And
Okay.
if you watch the show enough, and I'm sure you guys, I'm sure Jay, you have seen this in Ace, that Stephen A. would often be condescending to Max when Max had to try to make his point. He would also talk down to Max. I
He
mean, he
did.
sometimes to me he treated Max like a kid,
He
and
did.
I didn't like that. I didn't
He
like it at
didn't
all.
respect.
Well,
He didn't
I
respect.
don't even watch Stephen A. I think he's an idiot. I don't think he really knows too much about sports. So I don't really watch no damn Stephen A. And he's a coon. So I don't pay him no mind. Like I just don't understand why he has a show. Just like I don't understand how who's that other dude? Skip Bayless. Both them motherfuckers, man. Damn.
Skip,
How the hell do they get on sports talk?
Especially Skip Bayless.
Especially Skip, but
Skip Bayless is a damn
even
dude.
Stephen A. Anytime we talk about football, it's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Wait a minute. Stephen A. got radio personality. He know how to stir people up and get people riled up. He used those stir. Now one thing I say about Stephen A. He talked to everybody like everybody a goddamn idiot. Because he's educated. We don't want to hear all this shit about medical theology. We don't want to talk about sports. Now Skip Bayless, he can't find his way out of a paper bag with both of the goddamn ears open. He is dumb as hell. Why he got to
well, you know what?
J? Why he got
This guy, I won't call him dumb because those both of them guys have been proven writers for years. I'm talking 15, 20 years, 25 years. So they don't hit the sports beat. So they know their sports. Now, it's how they deliver it, and as they get a little bit older and less tolerant, they're delivering it in a different way that's not jiving with the younger generation now. And I say younger, people like Max Kellerman and Shannon Sharp. There's talk that Shannon and Skip are starting to have a little friction. And I think Shannon is very sharp. But I think their styles is getting a little dated on them. And Stephen A., you're right. You can't tell him nothing. Yeah, he don't want to hear it. But
he know
at the
every
same time,
goddamn name.
yeah, but they're good. They're knowledgeable. They've been doing what they do for a long time. They're credentials. But I think one of the things that's happening nowadays in this generation, you got athletes and people, rappers actually being able to do what they do with all the experience that they've had to go through and have. And that could be some playing in on that a little bit because these guys are coming off the street, debating them as if they've been doing it for 20 years and they've just been out of the league 2 years. So it's a changing time for them. There are dinosaurs, and Skip's starting to look like a dinosaur. He's starting to even look old. But that's
you got dinosaur skin, shit.
Right. So I can see.
Skip like a goddamn raptor.
Oh, yes, the hell you
do. Jurassic Park. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn, Skip, give it up, dog. Give it up.
You need to retire.
You do.
He's been at it for a minute, but you know what? It's like a singer. You know, some of these old singers that never lose their voice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can be 70 years old and still sound the same. Skip. I mean, one good thing is, as long as you can talk to you 80, 90. But again, it's just the style and the people that's receiving the message that you're trying to put out there. I think that's what's changing on them, and they can't make that adjustment and without a lot of friction. And now, speaking of changing styles, what about the rumor? Actually, it ain't a rumor anymore. ESPN fired Rachel Nicholson. Y'all remember her from the jump? And this is based on and stemming from her comments that she made about Maria Taylor. Now, Maria Taylor was a ex-NBA, WNBA player, that sister, the tall sister. Very, very attractive, actually. They say Rachel was saying they fired her to satisfy ESPN's racial inclusion policies on an open mic during the bubble games. So Rachel started talking on an open mic about that, and everybody got wind of it. And so now they've got to dismiss Rachel Nicholson. You think it's any legitimacy to that?
I have to dig into that because again, my homeboy got some information that's like deep out there. So I will do this. I will elaborate on what you said. I think that goes down to respecting the Black Lives Matter. And what I mean by that, nobody want to be hit with a lawsuit or bad PR or anything. So that decision was strictly made on what the channel will look like in the future. And they said, you know what? We'll jump off before this train wreck. And that's why she got the X. That's the fact.
Well, she got, didn't she? Oh no, it was just one. It was
So
just that very channel thing. I thought she had no. She had some other slick stuff, like one thing about these white reporters and the white media.
Oh,
one thing she said slick before. Remember in was it Derrick Rose? He had like a great night. I don't know if he scored like 55 points or something like that. You know, everybody celebrating he scored these points. She the only one talking about his rape allegation, which he was acquitted of. Why you don't even mention that on his night of?
That's why she got fired. Like I said, I didn't know. But by you saying that, Jay, I know why she got fired. That's a prejudicial statement, and you said it on a live setting.
Right.
That's why you got it.
What does that have to? But I guess what pisses me off is, you know, he was innocent. I think the girl was lying or something like that. I don't know the whole details, but anyway, he was innocent. Why are you bringing it up in the first place?
Hey, that's the same thing.
You gonna bring that shit up?
That's the same thing that happened to Kobe. If everybody remember, Kobe offered us $200,000 to have sex or something to that degree. But they were booing Kobe as a Lakers player for a couple of games. He put 40 points up back to back. They ain't booed his ass no more. That's just cool. Hey, there's something I threw out there. Now everybody know about the rape charge, but wow, has everybody forgotten when he put that game up? What rape charge? Huh? Rape? There wasn't such thing as rape. There's no such thing as rape. Never happened. See, as somebody said earlier, privilege. I ain't no fan of
You know, hey, listen, I won't even get into Kobe. Rest in peace for that brother. After he got out of a mess. A lot of people don't even know that. They stuff that under the rug. But with all that being said, you know what? That's kind of what I equate to what happened. You know, with Michael Vick, they was ready to hang Michael Vick about the dog thing, and then when he was trying to take Philly to the playoffs, they was cheering for him. And the same thing I say is what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody want to crucify him.
You know what though? I don't hear really anybody bad talking about Deshaun Watson like that. Everybody's saying that basically that, you know, he paid for a service or whatever, and you know, people making jokes about it, but I don't see any comments with people saying, "Oh yeah, he did this, he did that. They should never let him play a game." Most people are saying, "Man, shut this shit up and let that man." Well, he's not even suspended, so that should tell you right there that it's a whole bunch of bullshit.
That's true.
Right. I agree.
Hey,
I agree.
well, if we're gonna talk about that, Jay, we must talk about this. Let's talk about Tyreek Hill. If you're gonna bring that up, he was on every show with his incident, and he's still playing right now and got a fatter contract. That dog is not playing.
Jay, you better feed that dog.
That dog want to say something.
I got a puppy, man.
I said Tyreek Hill, and that dog could be a fan. He got pissed off. I'm sorry, home dog.
Yeah, either he wants something to eat, or he need to go outside and take a shit. Whichever the case, you better tend to.
I got a puppy a couple of weeks ago, And my other dog, they playing and they just being loud.
Hey,
Hmm.
they want attention. You got he in the background saying, "I ain't getting my puppy chow. I ain't getting my dog biscuits." And
Yeah,
you
man,
on
they
the
done
phone.
ate good already. They done
You
ate a
talking
half
to
hour ago.
hey, you talking to them two-legged bastards, and you got 400 dogs over here. You better be look back here, rub my head, scratch my back or something. I know you frustrated because you
Right?
want to do it. He went and bought a drink. Them damn dogs get on the nerve. He went and bought him a drink. He drinking something brown. He might be Hennessy man.
Hennessy.
He drinking
Let me
something.
take some yak.
Nah, this is Don Julio and Nejo.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna get fancy on the brother. Man,
Man
you
said,
know,
Don Julio.
that's good. Hey, listen.
Don
All
Julio.
right. So listen, that thing with Rachel Nicholson, yeah, it's big, and she's out at this point with ESPN. But ESPN been going through some stuff, you know. They've been getting rid of people left and right. So I don't know what the deal is. So
Cleaning up contracts.
yeah, absolutely. And they cleaned house several months ago. Actually, you know, they got rid of people like Chris Broussard. Uh, what's the guy? Uh, the one that worked with Chris Broussard on that show. Uh, I can't think of his name, but I know they've gotten rid of quite a few people lately. Well, in the last 6 to 8 months, of quite a few people, and most of them actually run over to Fox, and then you'll see them on Skip and Shannon's show quite a bit. But hey, so you didn't get a chance to talk about this last time. I know Jay and I kind of touched on it in a previous broadcast, and basically it's about the NBA. Now we just recently had a free agency going on in the NBA, and
Right.
everybody was doing everything. Everybody making all the moves. Now, in your opinion, who you think had the best free agency pickup?
Ah, woo. That, let me tell you, I never was a fan. Wait a minute, hold up. Wait 1 second.
Hey, why?
Let
What,
me,
Jay? What do you think? Again, rehash that.
let me tell you, I never was a fan of free agency. Let me tell you what. LeBron James, he ruined it for me because when you in free agency, you're trying to go to the best team for the championship. I get that, but it's hard to say who got the best of the free agency because the player always dictate if it was a good move. Now, what I mean is, when LeBron came in the first year, he didn't do nothing. Kevin Durant going to Golden State, he did something. Westbrook and Chris Paul go to two different teams and they had two different outlooks. So I wouldn't say what is good or what is bad because they made the move. Unfortunately, we have to see the season progress to then make an evaluation if it was a good business venture or if it was not. You understand? Do you agree with me, Jay?
I mean, the whole point of free agency is to make your team better. So, and I don't really care about if they making these dream teams that they talking about because, I mean, years ago, it just seems like years ago they scouted better because the Celtics and the Lakers had dream teams. You know what I mean? The difference is they didn't really do it through free agency; they did it through the draft. So, I mean, I'm not biased against them. People making a dream team like the Brooklyn Nets are right now.
Yeah, but guess what? Brooklyn Nets and the Dream Team, oh my bad, they're watching the NBA Finals from home. I
Yeah, but
heard one
I
y'all,
think a lot of players was hurt with the Nets. The only
wait a minute,
player that played the whole time was Durant. I think a lot of them cats was hurt. They didn't
wait a
play.
minute,
Yeah, where?
wait a minute. I heard one of y'all talking about this, and I'm glad you brought it right back up. Let's talk. You talked about how Giannis got hurt, and we all saw Giannis' leg go back. He came and played. Now, here's why I probably get booted off the channel from the Yahoo. I learned sports from this movie that what that man name? Oh, I can't think of it. I hate when I'm on. But anyway, it was a movie about sports and money and how players were paid to give the other team to win. The Last Boy Scout. That's what it was. The Last Boy Scout. Now, it came to me, the concept looked just like the NBA. Everybody was getting hurt from everywhere. It was like Giannis said, if I don't get a ring, I'm hauling ass. And then it fell in his lap. Everybody got hurt that he had to face. LeBron went down, then AD had to worry about that team no more. Brooklyn Nets, both of them hurt. Kyrie and your boy James Harden. Then on the other team, what's that man named Kawhi Leonard? I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of freaky injuries happening. They handed Giannis that championship, and I'm a Giannis fan. So my question to y'all is the NBA sort of rigged or fictitious? That's the question.
No, I just think everybody just got hurt because nobody want to see no damn Suns and no damn Milwaukee Bucks in the finals. I believe that's probably what was the least watched finals.
Wait a minute.
Neither one of them teams are like, damn, I can't wait to go watch. I mean, the Suns both teams had a fantastic seasons, but those are not the two teams that people are ready to see in the finals, though. Nobody would ever thought they would have made the finals. If somebody said at the beginning of the season, you looked at them like they was crazy.
But Jay, you said a great point. You just agree with me. If you was a bookie and you placed the bet, you didn't place the finals, Phoenix Suns and the Bucks. So your ticket lost. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Mm-hmm. The teams that everybody picked to go in the finals didn't go. So who made the money? The bookies. The house won is my question. That's why I look at sports in a different aspect now. I look at it when next time I make my bets, I look at it, who is market value? Who, if they win something, will sell tickets? Let me tell you why. Eli Manning got more Super Bowls than his brother, but Peyton Manning is considered a better quarterback than him. Now go figure.
I thought Peyton Manning they both got 2 Super Bowls, I thought.
No, he don't. He got one. Go look at it. Look it up. He got one.
He got one with the Colts and he got one with the Broncos, didn't he?
No, he got one with the Broncos.
He got one with the Colts. He beat the Chicago Bears.
With Adrian James? Let me look that up. Let me look it up right now.
Because I remember the Colts in Chicago was down in Miami.
I found it right now. Alexa, how many championships did Peyton Manning win?
In his NFL career, Peyton Manning won 2 Super Bowls.
Oh. Well, he went to, my bad. With Alexa, what team did Peyton Manning win a championship with?
Colts and the Broncos.
Here's something I found on the web. According to Wikipedia.org, Bateman was a part of the 2017 Crusaders championship winning side in 2017.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. You're right. Colts and the Broncos. My bad. I stand corrected. It was such a quiet year of the Colts, I didn't even know it. Oh, bingo.
Yeah, because the reason why I remember, because I ain't no Colts fan, because I don't know if you remember, they made a real big deal about 2 black head coaches in the Super Bowl that year. Because you had Lovie Smith with the Bears, and you had, I forgot his name for the Colts. He used to coach Tampa. Tony Dungy.
Yeah, Tony Dungy. Yeah. That's right. You are absolutely correct, Jay.
That's the only reason why I remember that, because Peyton Manning, I think he was a very good quarterback, but I just think people were hyping him up way too much, though. I don't think he was that damn great.
Well, one thing for sure, he remind me of Chris Paul. He on every damn sports channel, right? And every damn commercial. Every commercial, I see Peyton Manning, Chris Paul. I haven't seen one commercial with Eli Manning.
Yeah, I don't know any commercials with Eli Manning.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's funny. That's funny.
No.
That's funny. That is absolutely funny. The man won 2 bowls. He can't get on a box of cereal. Russell Wilson was on cornflakes. Everybody was on something.
Right.
Robert Griffin didn't even win a Super Bowl, and he was at Subway.
You damn right. Yeah, he did have some nice endorsements.
You know what I'm saying? My God. Derrick Rose was on shoes. I'm saying, Peyton Manning just played. I'm sorry. Eli Manning just played. That's all he did. He played. He ain't got nothing to show for it. He just played. He'll only be remembered for that one catch that Jeremy Starkey got on his helmet.
Yep.
That's the only way people gonna remember Eli Manning. That catch that Jeremy Starkey made.
That catch.
With the helmet.
And for beating the New England Patriots twice.
Yeah, and they stopped them from going undefeated.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They stopped them from going undefeated. And the only team that came close was Minnesota, and the Dolphins stopped that.
Yep.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Boy, let me tell you something. This show has been so intense. Bingo sat back and gave me and you a damn wheel. I love that.
Hey.
Bingo got
listen.
Bingo got he got cricket, so his thing be going out.
Oh
yeah, cricket. Hey, cricket, huh? Hey, listen. You know how the internet is, man. I got Xfinity, man. They supposed to be the best. You know.
What do I have? I got Spectrum.
You have what?
Spectrum.
Oh
Spectrum.
My God, what is that?
I'm telling you.
That's what they got in the area I'm in.
Oh,
okay. They must be broadcasting like transistor radio type of frequencies.
Yeah, you see what they say? Look at Brookers. 4 superstars finished with 1. That's a controversial.
Let me. I heard you and Ace. Jay, you and Ace go back and forth on the free agency thing in the draft. But let me tell you how I see it. Okay. Now, to me, the Lakers had the best free agency draft, and then the Heat, to me, had the second best players that they added. Of course, you want to go to a team, and I really listen. I dismiss what Kevin Durant did when he went to Golden State. He joined up with Steph Curry and Michael Thompson and Derek Draymond. I dismiss that completely. That to me, that was like a cop out. He went to a team that won 73 games the year before that, set a record.
So
how are you going and improve on that? That team had won a championship before he got there.
1 championship.
To me, I dismiss that.
No, I don't dismiss that.
They got 1 championship. They couldn't get over the hump no more.
No. They got 2.
They got 2.
And keep this in mind, Kevin Durant didn't have any. 0.
Right.
And he ran to the team that had the best record in the league. So, now, this game with Brooklyn, same thing. They put together their big 3. Him, Harden, and Kyrie. And I think they would have beat Milwaukee down and had those guys healthy.
If everybody played. Yes, they would.
Yeah, I think they would have beat them down. And then they would have walked through Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? If Phoenix they would have walked through Phoenix. But my Lakers, the baby, look out this year. LeBron, AD, Westbrook. Now, people are sleeping on Westbrook. That man got not 1, not 2, not 3. That man got 4 triple-double in the last 5 seasons. Think about that for a minute. Now, if you remember, Elgin Baylor was the only player that ever had a triple-double. He did it one season. Westbrook done did it 4 times, and on 3 different teams. So people down to dismiss that he's going to interrupt their flow. Man, I got news for you. But the Lakers are loaded. Like I say, LeBron, AD, Westbrook, Carmelo. Everybody thought Melo was washed. Melo ain't washed. He showed that in Portland. He can still shoot that 3 from the corner.
Washed, but Melo was. I don't think anybody said Melo was washed. What people say about Melo is all he does is shoot. You ain't gonna get no defense from him.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this, Jay. Who you gonna get defense from off that Brooklyn team?
Durant and Harden.
Irie.
Oh,
Irie.
Man, y'all.
Blake Carmelo.
Yeah, listen. Harden play that. Somebody get him defense. Kyrie don't play no defense at all. So I give you Durant. Durant will play some. But I ain't buying that mess with Brooklyn. Brooklyn gonna try to have to outscore you. That's what they're gonna have to do.
Let me tell you right
now.
I'm not worried about your Lakers for one reason. LeBron found out that Father Time is the biggest opponent. He's not gonna be on the court long enough to be a factor. I don't care about that team. They'll get to the playoffs, but that's all they're gonna do. Because when they're gonna run up and down the court, he is gassed out. So the Lakers,
and you don't lost your mind. Gassed out.
It's gonna be Brooklyn and the Lakers in the finals.
LeBron is the most conditioned athlete probably in the league, other than Westbrook.
Okay, well let me think about the conditioning when he's getting the breather, and watch how long he's still on the sidelines. Watch how long he's still on the sidelines. I can tell you that.
Well, listen. Ace, he can afford to do that. Now he's got Westbrook in there running them boys up down the floor like thoroughbreds. You know what I'm saying? He can afford. The man been in the league for 19 years. Okay, Tom Brady been playing. Tom Brady 40 years old, and you just call him the greatest of all time, and he might very well be, but he's still at it. You know what I'm saying?
I like the fact that you
excited. Going to the finals.
You excited for the Lakers. I like the fact that you are. So I can make you a private phone call when they don't get to the finals. Because the best way to beat the Lakers is to run up and down the court. That's why Westbrook is probably there. And if it's me only to notice this, AD conditioning sucks. He hurt every year. Every year he's hurt.
I'm not counting on AD, but I still think they make it to the finals with the group that they have.
That's it. But they're not gonna win. They won't win.
Well, you can say that about KD too. KD's been hurt. That one year that Golden State lost that finals, he got hurt.
But he ain't hurt all the time, though.
He's been hurt this year. He was hurt. Well, he missed quite a few games this year.
Yeah, but I thought that was from the injury from last year, though.
Wait a minute. Since you don't put your team on the market, let me put mine. The Heat going to upset a lot of people this year. I'm
down with the Heat too.
I like what the Heat got. That tenacity, that team is going to be defense first. To beat the Heat, you got to score. Oh, my Lord.
That's true. That's true. And I think, like I said, in my little poll, I put the Lakers had the best free agency draft, and I picked the Heat had the second best. I knew Riley wasn't going to stay still and keep that same team from last year. He realized that team wasn't going nowhere. He needed to make changes, and he made some really good changes. So I'm liking the Heat, too. I'm liking to see what kind of noise they're going to make. So that's my second team with the second best free agency draft was the Heat. And then I picked Chicago. Be on the lookout for those Bulls. Don't sleep on them. I'm telling you right now. You heard it first right here on ECB Long Studio. Chicago Bulls. Be on the lookout.
I'm going to say it here on Sports Fanatic if you're listening. If you're any kind of gambler, put your money on the Heat to the conference finals. You're going to win. I got money put up on that, and I'm not working right now, but I'll put the money up on that. The Heat in the conference finals. That team is rock solid. Tell me right now on this live air where they weak at. They got shooters, they got dribblers, they have defense, and they have tenacity. And the biggest thing about them, they all got an appetite. And everybody know
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
hungry as hell, you chew through anything to satisfy your hunger. One time for the
Yeah, I,
Miami Heat.
I think the only place they might be suspect is at the center position. Bam is not a center. They need to move Bam to the fourth spot and get them a center that can at least defend the rim and maybe make a shot every now and then.
They got a guy, got his name. They got a guy they trying out right now. They must have heard you and they read your notes. They got a guy that they can bring in and sub him in and let your boy go to the fourth spot. Be looking for perimeter changes and interior changes. There you go. That guy, John Barnes, he is a hey, I love him. He is taking his ass off. John Barnes, I see you, brother. I see you. I hear comments. I see you. I see you. You were doing good till you put Chicago, sir. You messed up. You're not getting out of Heat, and then I get by the Bucks. Sorry, Mr. Barnes. You were A1 until you put that there.
Listen, but I say they go to the Bulls. Don't sleep on them, but I think the Heat it will be much better. People sleeping on them, and one thing we know about the Heat, us Heat fans, and I'm a Heat fan too. You see that jersey there?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't see that one. That's the LeBron when he came down and put that victory together. But let me see here. Yeah, but the Heat, to me, the Heat. There you go. That one there. Number 6. You remember him in the black and red?
They were wait. They were number 3, baby. They were your
There
boy.
you go. There you go. There you go.
Will upset a lot of bookies. This year, I'm putting a lot of money on the Heat because they will deliver this year. I'm gonna put them in the finals.
I think they're gonna do well.
The Heat in the finals.
I think they're gonna do well. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Of course.
I played sports and I was always taught this. Defense win game, offense sell tickets. Bam. I was always told that. Yeah. And the Heat got defense. Okay. You got
Don't be contradicting yourself now. Remember, you said Brooklyn got all the offense in the world and they're going to win the championship. But now you're saying defense is what's going to win the championship. Which one is it?
I really forgot. I don't know where my mind went. I forgot. The Heat. I forgot about the Heat. That boy with that funny name. I ain't going to embarrass myself over. Oh, the boy LeBron. LeBron would be the glue that holds LA together. Well,
King
he's
James,
doing that already because you spelled the name wrong. You spelled the name wrong. So I feel good about that statement right now.
Yeah. Well, LeBron has always been the glue. And really, the reason the Heat didn't win that first championship when he came here, because he wasn't the glue. He wasn't sure what he was supposed to do. And I blame that one on Spoelstra. But anyway, we're not going to get into that stuff about Spoelstra. But that first year, that's why the Heat didn't win that championship, because LeBron wasn't established as the glue. And that all season, what did Wade do? He said, yo, bro, this your team. You need to take this thing over. You need to be the man. And what happened that next season? They won the championship, and they went back again and won the championship. So that's the key. And LeBron, to me, everywhere he's gone, when he went to Cleveland and won that chip, who was the glue? LeBron James. Okay.
How? I like him.
He's the man, but I'm going to tell you something. He's going to find out just like Tom Brady. This year, Tom Brady is not going to do all those fanatical things that he used to doing. The leagues have gotten smarter. Everybody knows he can't run. So they're going to come after him. They're going to give him a different look. I heard Jay say this. Jay said, or maybe you did, Bingo, the game has changed. It has evolved. Brady looking at the game for every way he's seen it. But this year, what I saw in preseason, the defensive scheme they're going to run, Tom Brady never seen him. They're going to put that white boy on his ass this year. It's hard to throw the ball when you're sitting on your keister. Believe it, I tell you. And I
don't know about that. I don't know if I can agree with you on that one, because Tom Brady has never been one to hold on to the football. That's been his A+ attribution.
But
That boy get
they
rid of the ball in
because
2 step drops. He
yeah,
don't see him dropping back 4 or 5 steps, 2 3 step drop. That ball gone, and that's what he
okay.
do. That's what made him so famous, and that's what got him all those damn Super Bowls. And with
I mean, you
with
know what though?
Tampa,
But the way the defense are playing, they're gonna take them first reads away from it. Watch
it
the
don't matter.
preseason game tomorrow. Watch the
With
preseason tomorrow. Watch our defenses. Any team you watch, any game you watch, the defensive scheme is more immaculate. It's gonna be hard for the pocket quarterbacks. If you can't run and scramble, your ass is toast. That's gonna be the
yeah,
issue.
I tell you, you know what? If they play him for short stuff, now he's not with New England anymore. He's got receivers that can stretch the field. They can run by you. Remember, Antonio Brown he got Antonio Brown. So you going to play up tight if you want to. He gonna throw it over your head. He gonna
They're
throw it
not
over your
going
head.
back
He didn't have that in the New England.
They're not
He
going
didn't
back
have
to
it.
the Super Bowl because as soon as they face my Niners, they done.
Oh Lord, he just ruined this stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
2019 Jay.
defense is back.
Jay, I've been with you.
2019 defense
Jay,
is back.
I've been
So you
with
might as well
you.
just go cancel Christmas for everybody else because the Niners gonna be right back in there.
Look, Jay, I've been with you with everything you said. I've been supporting. But I gotta put a nail on that. The 49ers got defense. They got the best front seven personally in the NFL. Their offense, they stagnant.
Nah. We
That's
ain't had
the
no
problem.
quarterback last year.
And that's
Everybody
what's
was hurt
holding
last
back.
year.
You can stop.
The
Hey,
year
you can
before, what
stop
happened?
everybody, but you can't.
Hold on.
Huh?
2019, everybody
Okay,
was healthy. Everybody on offense was healthy.
right?
2020, we had the record of having the most injured players in NFL history. So, no. So everybody think they sorry. Everybody was just hurt. Now everybody's healthy. So that defense is back. It's a wrap. It's and the 49ers first is going to be the defense, the offense second, but the offense still puts up points.
Okay.
So how is it a team? How I guess what I'm trying to let everybody know is you have a team that didn't lose anybody. They just had injuries and they were down for a season. Why wouldn't you think they would come back if it's the same team with the?
You know what? I have to now with your logic. I have to agree with that. But my problem is, I heard an analyst say this on 560 QAM Sports. So I made some quarter on it to give him his acknowledgement, to give him his dues. With these players, you don't know what is getting on the field and what mindset is underneath the ball and inside the helmet. Now, the 49ers on paper may look awesome. They may have a nice, healthy regimen, but I always had a problem with the way they ran their plays and the way they ran their schemes and their play calling. That's why I can't support the Niners because that's their biggest debacle. That's their biggest debacle. And the other team that's worse than the 49ers is the goddamn Cowboys. Cowboys.
So the 49ers definitely ain't
don't
nowhere
bring
near
on this.
ain't nowhere near on the level of no Cowboys. Cowboys always trash. But everybody is just scared because everybody's healthy right now. We got a crazy quarterback problem, which is a great problem. The rookie that's coming in, he's gonna be playing in package plays. He ain't gonna start this year, but he's gonna be in packages. So that's just gonna even help Garoppolo even more. And this is the first year Garoppolo has some solid receivers. He's never had any solid receivers with the 49ers until they got Emmanuel Sanders in that 2019. And he played.
He overthrew him in the Super Bowl, which probably would have won the game for him.
Well, the dude got first of all, Emmanuel Sanders got held on that play, but it wasn't.
Oh, he talking about he got held.
They got a picture of it. You can
come on, Jay. Ain't nobody seen nobody hold.
Jay.
Buddy was held when he was trying to run. And number two is, first of all, I don't know what happened with Kyle Shanahan that game. He didn't run the football like he usually did in the other games that got him there. He didn't run the football enough, and the cornerback, what killed the Niners in the Super Bowl really wasn't that overthrow. It was that corner Mosley, 3rd and 15. You ain't supposed to let nobody convert on the 3rd and 15, especially in your own territory. So once they converted on that 3rd and 15, that was it.
Hey,
But like I said, people gonna realize that the Niners, that wasn't a fluke, and they will be back in it this year. And I will be at the first game in Detroit.
hey, one
Oh,
time,
that should be easy. That's like a scrimmage. Hey,
one,
listen, did they name the starting quarterback yet?
Yeah, Garoppolo. They
Garoppolo is
didn't
the
name it, but
start.
Garoppolo's gonna be the starting quarterback.
Okay.
hey,
All right.
one time for Jared Barnes. Who beat the Heat, Brooklyn, 76ers, Milwaukee, and Chicago race? I gotta go with the Miami Heat, baby. I got to go with the boys that I live in. Miami will shine bright, but it ever shine. Miami Heat, Barnes. Miami Heat will win that.
Well, he want to know who's going to beat the Heat. Will it be Brooklyn, the Sixers, Milwaukee, Chicago? Who's going to beat them?
Already wrong.
Oh, the Nets.
Well,
Brooklyn Nets.
I
Or
tell you right now, it won't be the 76ers this year. I will say they
He
they
said it's
can
all right.
they can compete with Milwaukee Bucks because they beat Milwaukee to go
Chirac.
to the finals. Brooklyn is maybe the favorite to beat the Heat.
Brooklyn is the favorite, definitely.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. 76ers, Milwaukee, and Chicago, nada. Hey, Mr. Barnes, put your money on Heat until they beat Brooklyn. And then you have to think about it or let that game pass.
Yeah. I agree.
I agree with
I
that.
agree. Remember now, 2 years ago, uh, the Heat ran through Milwaukee uh, in the bubble season, and then
That's what I'm
Milwaukee
telling
came
you.
back down here and put it on the Heat last year. But the Heat was done. They were burnt. They were a burnt out team because of that bubble thing. They were burnt out, and so the Lakers were a little burnt out too during that season.
Yep.
But yeah, I think the Heat going boy. They listen. They gonna make some noise if they get. Like I said,
Yep.
they got to move Bam Adebayo to the 4 position. Just put him at small forward and put him a
Yeah.
center. Somebody that can get in there and bang with those other big guys and not have to have Adebayo do that. If they can do that, then you got Butler. Then you got Kyle Lowry. Now that Kyle Lowry can put some threes down, and he can play. He played both ends of the court. And
Yep.
they still kept what's his name? The dude that shoot all the threes for him.
I call him Baby Dan Marty. What's that boy name? I call him Baby Dan Marty. I get that. I'm surprised Jaden said his name. Duncan.
Duncan. That's him. You're right, Duncan. That boy can shoot. You know what I'm saying? But he don't play no defense or nothing else. You see, he in there just to shoot. So the Heat gonna be ready, man. They gonna be ready, and they gonna bring their toughness. And the boy, look out for him. So I think Brooklyn is probably the only team that's gonna be able to beat them. I think Brooklyn's and they gonna give Brooklyn a run for their money. And that's in there. Barnes, that's the answer to that question. All right. So we looking at the Heat doing their thing like they usually do. All right. So let me go ahead and
I encourage you, if you have a question you want answered, please take it to the bottom of the screen and we'll answer to the best of our ability. If you want to win some money this year, this is the channel. We will get the information and we'll post it. I'm going to talk to Mr. Bingo and see if we have a fantasy update every Sunday morning between 12 and 12:30 or maybe 11 o'clock to help you out make your fantasy pick. Sports Fanatic, this channel will make you money.
and listen, and he ain't getting paid. Okay. Now, I didn't pump him up. Not me. It's the hypeness and the enthusiasm behind sports that he loves so dearly that we do. That's why we can't just call ourselves just sports fans. We're sports fanatics. And with those of you that's hanging, and Jared, it's quite clear we're gonna have to put you in the sports fanatic band club for sure, because definitely all in on this, man, and we
Yeah.
appreciate you hanging in there. And obviously, you reach out to some of your friends, family members, other sports fanatics that you know. Tell them to lock it in right here on DJ B Long Studio, and go ahead and make sure you, Jared. By the way, make sure you hit that subscribe and that notification button. That way you'll know when we come on live, as well as the thumbs up. Also, what I try to do on this station, I try to present a little variety for those that's out there listening. I try to give you a little bit of variety. So I give you the sports talks. We're talking sports specifically today, but as I mentioned, we get some of the serious subject matters going to be coming in on a new show that I probably roll it out in a couple of weeks. It's going to be called "What's Your Take?" And as I mentioned, it's going to be about social injustice, black on black crime, relationships, security, police brutality, more serious subject matters that we want our people to get a hold of and utilize, and so we can try to turn this thing around some kind of way. Because, man, I tell you the way it's going. Listen, boy, we're gonna be the last one in and they're already doing it. When they build all these spaceships, all these sci-fi movies you done seen, where they loading people on the spaceships and
Won't
taking
be
them
no
up to
break.
another planet.
Won't
Guess
be no
where we're gonna
break.
be at?
Down
Where
there
we gonna be
dying.
at, Ace?
Down there dying. Down there dying. Yeah, LeBron, Stephen A., all these rich brothers, your money won't get you up in Mars. You
Not at all.
down there with us. Because at the end of the day, boom, that's your pigmentation. Right there. Some of us darker, some of us lighter. But one thing for sure, we are what we are. And that's black. And that might get you no seat in space.
Oh yeah. You won't be getting no ticket on that flight. But well, listen. But anyway, that's what we're talking about coming forward. In the meantime, we've been at it for about a good hour and 40 minutes at this point. I try to keep it limited to 2 hours, but I can't get Ace to shut up. So you know what I'm saying? He's gonna talk for another 2 hours if we let him.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Long. When is the next telecast for the viewers so they know to be able to come in and hit the button before we get on so they don't miss this hot topic with these hot guys? Can you tell us when the next time we'll be airing, please?
Well, I'd like to try to do this on a weekly basis. It just depends on the panelists. And it sounds like to me you would definitely be down to do it every week.
Yes.
But what I try to do is basically present it to a point where we got different panelists if we can. But on a weekly basis, if not a weekly basis, every 2 weeks. Like for example, what I'm trying to do is another topic that I do. If you go to the channel, you're going to see there's several things that you can actually listen to. I got music, straight music. I got a couple of videos where we talk about sports, Phanatics, and also we got videos where I talk about happy hour on the virtual, and that's where we sit around. We sit around, we chill, we drinking, having our drinks, we conducting a happy hour, but we're doing it virtually. So I got a couple of takes on that, and really, that's kind of what I wanted to do next week, do the happy hour on the virtual. But next week is Labor Day weekend, so we can sports. Maybe we could do another sports fanatics just before the season kickoff, which the season kicks off right after Labor Day weekend. So on the 6th or the 7th, I think the 7th is the first game of the regular season. But we can do something in that regards to the sports fanatics. But next week, Ace, I like to do the happy hour on the virtual. And actually what I do when I do that, I play music in the background as we talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. And so that's kind of how I do that.
Sounds good to me. So we'll be sending the links out to all people that how would they be able to communicate with you, Mr. Bingo? Can you please be informative and let them know?
Well, again, what we do, I reach out to the panelists. In this case, you and Jay are panelists. So I send out the link to you. I send you a text message, and I send you an email to actually come on the show. The text message is for you to let people that you know that you're going to be on the air live, doing whatever we do. at that point. That's for you to send to them. That's when they'll know. But
Right.
for us, the panelists, I'll send you an email and say, hey, just like we did today, you get that
Okay.
email, you log in, and boom, I bring you on the air, and then
Okay.
we go at it. Like I
Okay.
said, happy hour on the virtual is all about just chilling, having drinks, talking about whatever we need to talk about, whatever come to mind, uh, and then at the same time listen to some music in the background. So I just got to make sure when we do that sometimes I get an echo, and it depends on who's listening,
Yep.
and we kind of work through that. But that's kind of set it up to be. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now. So when is happy hour? What date? We gonna come up with a date. We'll have it right now.
Oh, happy hour on the virtual.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, it's going to be. Let's go ahead. Let me check that out. Let's see today, and I like to. Typically we go to happy hour on Fridays. Most of the time, most people do happy hour, but a lot of us work kind of late. So if I do it on a Friday, next Friday, it had to be later in the afternoon, like say 6 o'clock. That give people a
Seven,
chance to get home, do their
7
drinking, do
o'clock.
whatever they got
Give
to
them
do,
some,
and
let's do it at 7. Give them time to get the drinks in their system like Jay, and we have a good damn time.
And Big O know me,
hey,
I'm always sipping.
hey,
Okay,
if I can,
come
hey,
on.
listen. If I can get a commitment from you and Jay at this point to be there, because we had two other people that were supposed to come on the air, and it happens. That's why it's like good, Ace. When you drop that Buddha broadcast and you go live, your panel, your guests, always have a backup or two because
Yep.
somebody's not going to show up, and then
I,
you don't want to be stuck doing live shows by yourself.
right. I
Even
got
though
you. I
I
will
think you
remember
can
that.
handle it, because you talk enough for all of us.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm
Hey,
glad to
hey,
be. I love to talk, and these topics just get me going. I've been a talking to man my whole life. I don't got nothing to do but talk crap on the air, and I'm ready. Like I said, the Sports Fanatic will be my sister station for the Big Booty Nose podcast. And y'all let around for that. But right now, it's all about the Sports Fanatics. And right now, happy hour look good. I think I'm going to find me a bottle. I don't have nothing to drink in there.
No,
I
no, no,
got to
no, no,
get
no, no,
a drink.
no. We don't want you regressing, okay? You
Yeah.
forget that. Hey, if that bottle you find, make sure it's full of water.
Hey, you're right. I will be drinking the best lemonade, non-alcoholic, next week. We'll be broadcasting next time. Country time will be my time until he okay me to drink. I want to thank Jay for corresponding with me. I want to thank being the invite from my good friend Bingo. And I want to thank the Sports Fanatic. I gotta thank your boy Gerald Barnes for typing his ass off down there. You all right? He was taking his ass off. One time for Gerald Barnes. He was getting it in. 2 times for all the listeners. And please do us a big favor. Help out the station and hit that button right down there at the bottom. Say subscribe. So you'll be informed to everything that's going on. And we'll try to set up a time and agenda where this can be regular. And you'll have us on there. And I can guarantee you'll see my big mug. It won't be a mess next time. I got all these damn people in my house. And I don't know who got that damn shit. So I got to be careful.
Right. And
hey,
listen,
you ain't never lied.
when you click on that subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification button. The notification button's going to tell you when we're going to go live and when I'm going to go live. Because every now and then, 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, I might say, you know what, I feel like dropping some music. So I'll go live. I'll just play music. And so you'll know when DJ B Long get on the air at 11 o'clock at night, I'm more than likely I'm playing music, and you definitely want to check out the music, and that's really my forte. But I'm just trying to branch out and get a little bit more flexible and versatile. But in the meantime, Big Buddha, that's his forte, music. We love music. Jay, I know Jay love music,
Yep.
and but music is our thing. And
That's
so
right.
if you're on the channel, you can actually go to. I got a couple of segments where I got music. R&B, hip hop, old school 80s and 90s. You'll see it in
Old
the
school
video on
R&B.
the channel. And also, I got some 2019, I believe it. Just the jams, hip hop, straight hip. But I will say this: the music is clean. It ain't you won't hear the cursing. I don't do the explicit lyrics. So if you don't like the clean music, but it's the song, but the music is clean.
Now,
Okay. And I got jazz. A lot of y'all don't know where they find jazz at, but I got it on the channel.
And then I'm a partner with the Sports Fanatic channel. And if you want some explicit hardcore rap and the cussing, the SOB and the BOS, I'm your boy. I'm your boy. I'm going to play it all. And I ain't believing shit. So get ready for it. I will launch in about a week or two. But in the meantime, this is my sister station. And all my friends and fans need to hit the subscribe button and show our love for the brothers trying to entertain you. Because at the end of the day, me and Bingo love to entertain. If you ain't tell by the sound of my voice in this hot-ass mask, I love to entertain. Then you grind as hell.
Hey, Ace, don't forget, you forget that Leon didn't chime in on you, so don't forget to shout out to him.
Yeah, Leon, my nephew, he chimed in and he fell asleep because he was partying all night. And let me tell you, I miss those days. Hang on all night and sleep all day. God damn.
Man, those were the days, bro.
Those were the days.
I'd rather have it in my era. I would not want it in their era because, I was a part of the Two Live Crew era. So
yeah, me too.
That's the best era. That's just my opinion. That was the best era.
Man said you want to be, baby. Pop that thing right over here. I know
go Rick.
Hey, even that dog over there, we said pop that thing and he started barking.
You mean she started barking?
Yeah, she said, where that? Where the butts at? Look at her. Yeah, she is barking. That's why you have them goddamn puppies. Stop that.
Hey, look, before we get ready to close out here, what I want to just one last thing from you guys, we really didn't get a chance to answer. We talked the NBA. We didn't get into as much as the football as I wanted to, but that could be the next sports fanatics. We go in more depth into the football thing, and but I wanted to know. We talked about the Eastern Conference in the NBA. Who do you think is going to come out of the East? Who do you think is going to come out of the West? And last but not least, who do you think going to win that chip for 2022?
Well,
Lakers. Lakers and Nets, but I think the Lakers gonna win.
Well, let me tell you, before I go any further, I am a victim of paying attention to details. Jay, I didn't want to say that, but I can't let us go. What kind of shirt are you wearing? Oscar the Grouch? Oscar the Grouch, Jay, on your shirt? Oscar the Grouch? Oh my God. And then you want to make a pic or what? With Oscar the Grouch, you look like you in your 40s and you wear Oscar the Grouch. That damn dog don't even like that shirt. But to answer the Bingo's question, one time for Coco Momoa, we see you, baby. I want to say, and I'm like I said, that's me because I'm a fan. I say he gonna tear ass up and get it. It's the Heat, baby, because defense win games. So I'm going with
you. Said the Heat gonna come out of the East?
Yeah.
Nah.
All right, I'll make sure I get some of your money.
I've been looking for you.
Gonna be the Nets, definitely.
No.
If they're healthy.
Remember,
yeah, that's health is gonna be big in all of this, regardless.
Let me tell you something. I want y'all to know I am the worst winner because if we come and do this in the NBA playoffs at the finals, and you launch, and my Heat is in there getting East, this channel is going to erupt. Because I'm going to make sure Barkley know how to pick them. I'm going to say, Barkley, I picked it, and I was successful. You already going to sue my ass anyway, so I'm going to make it count.
All right. So, Jay, who you got? Well, Ace, while you got you on the East, who you think coming out of the West? Who's going to be in the Western Conference Finals, and who's going to come out of the West?
Let me tell you, that's a lot of loaded teams in the West.
I think the Lakers gonna win the whole thing.
Well,
I agree.
You got the Lakers. You still got the LA Clippers. You still have them. Now we sleeping on them because, hey, Paul George stood up, but your boy Kawhi wasn't there. I can't
Right.
count them out. I can't count them out. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Right.
And
Well,
you know what? I'm gonna give my props to two other teams that play like champions, and I gotta say, the Phoenix Suns will definitely be something to reckon with next year because they center, he showed out this year, and Booker just became a household name. So I cannot count Phoenix Suns out. But Golden State done sat back too long, and they had orchestrated a nice little setup. Be looking for the creeper team, Golden State, to get back up in there.
Golden State.
Watch out for them. They done?
No, they done.
so who you picking coming out of the West?
I would have to
That's
say
all that.
I got two teams I would have to say.
Okay, well, no. Can't but one team come out of the West. Who is it gonna be?
Okay, if it's gonna be a West team, I'm gonna take a wild hunt. I'm not going with the Lakers. I would have to say Golden State.
Oh Lord, to make sure I'm gonna get some more of your money. Oh, but I can't wait.
Golden State ain't going.
If they don't be Golden State, it will be the Clippers. Those two teams are ready. This is my order right here: Golden State, Clippers, or the
No. We don't want to hear about the second and third. All I need to know who you say is coming out of the West and who's going to win the championship. You already picked the Heat to win the East, so whoever's coming out of the West, I want you to tell me who's going to win the championship between that team and the Heat. That's it. No second, third, fourth place run-ups.
Whoever win the West is gonna win that damn championship. The Heat ain't ready yet. They need.
But you ain't told us who's gonna win the West yet.
I gotta go with that boy Curry. I gotta go with Curry.
Okay, gotcha.
I gotta go with Curry. Golden State.
Gotcha.
Man,
Commit.
I'm not even into basketball that much like I used to be years ago.
But I think the Heat
I can't. I don't see it with Golden State. Golden State, Curry can't carry no team. The dream team is pretty much broken up. So he ain't going nowhere.
Well, look, whoever come out the West, they got the
Lakers.
They got to beat the Heat.
Yeah, I agree with Jay. Yeah. I agree with Jay. I'm all about the Lakers.
Team. That's your team. That's why you agree. Listen, the Heat gonna win it all. Your two jerseys in the back just said it.
Listen, I can't. You listen. You had your picks. You got the Heat and Golden State. Boy, look here. I'm gonna go buy me some Bitcoins with that money. I'm gonna be getting from you.
Boy, oh boy.
But listen. On a serious note, I really, and all this is predicated on the injuries. So if somebody injuries is hurt on their team, we understand it could change. But I'm taking Brooklyn and the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. Brooklyn gonna have a little bit too much for the Heat. Brooklyn coming out of the East, and of course I got the Lakers. And if everybody's healthy, and the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. But the Lakers are destined. They're coming out of the West, and they're gonna win that chip. LeBron gonna get his 5th ring, and Carmelo gonna get his first. Westbrook gonna get his first. Boy, look here, they gonna be rolling in balling. So I got the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets in the finals, and the Lakers winning that chip. All right, then that's my take, and I'm sticking to it. And y'all, boy, look here, be on the lookout. I'm gonna be rolling up some big Bitcoins because I'm finna take Big Buddha's money.
I want to thank you for your donation for the Robin Hood, because I'm gonna take your money. There go my boy Barnes again. Fantasy football. Who was the first 5 picks? Hold on. No. If we go here, matter of fact, that was going to be a question I wanted to ask. But if we go here, talking fantasy football now, we liable to be on here for another half an hour easily. Next week,
not me, because I don't do fantasy football. I just gamble on football.
Huh?
I don't do fantasy football.
Hey,
it's too time consuming.
I love it.
That's the fun part about it.
That is the fun
I
part.
don't know. Like Bingo, you know me for a long time. You know my attention span is not very long. So that's why I just gamble on football. I don't do the fantasy football, man. You got to do it takes a lot of time. It's almost like a damn job if you really want to win some shit.
With Gerald
Yeah.
Barnes.
It is a job.
Mr. Barnes, I will make sure that Bingo make that the first topic for the next segment of Sports Fanatic. Our first best 5 picks for the fantasy draft. That's our homework, fellas. Jay,
You got it.
Bingo alone, Buddha. That's our homework to pick the best 5 picks for Mr. Barnes. Let's
You got it.
some money.
Matter of fact, like I said, I was going to ask that question, but I don't want to run. I don't want to run too much longer. I'm trying to put a limit. Last time I was on Sports Fanatics, I think we talked for about 2.5 hours, which is kind of long. But in this case, Barnes, that's an excellent question. As a matter of fact, shoot me your email, Barnes. That way, I can have you come on the show live, and you can give us your 5 picks as well. Fair enough? So shoot me your email in the chat. You got my phone number too. Either way, shoot me your email. And if you want, when we go talk about the next Sports Fanatics, and it looks like we're going to have to do it next Saturday. If you're down, Ace, and if Jay's down, and I'll see who else that might be down. But if you're down, shoot it to me. And that'll be the first question.
Right now, I'm writing it down in my notes that we are on. You put it in my phone.
I got the answer for you right there. I already know who would be the first. And Ace and Jay, I know you don't like football, not fantasy football, but Ace and I, we go way back with fantasy football, man. We've been playing that for a long time.
Yes, we do.
We know that.
I got a draft coming up September 4th on Labor Day at 11 o'clock at night. That lets you know how much I'm into it. While you sleep, I'm making picks. So I'm in this thing called Fantasy Pick'em too, where you pick the team to win for the week. So I'm busy. If it's out there, I'm going to present it so you can get paid. And those are the famous words from your boy, Big Buddha. And you will definitely say, Big Buddha knows. And Charles Barkley don't.
And we all know Charles Barkley wasn't getting paid, and eventually we trying to get to that point somehow so we can generate some revenue with doing this. That's something that's come.
Yeah, that's why I picked it on Charles Barkley. No harm intended, but he is the man right now. Oh Lord, I have a sports nut that will love this. Great, send it the link, Gerald. Send it the link, and we'll be glad to answer and entertain their ass. Bum.
Definitely. We definitely going to get into fantasy football. So most drafts should happen this week. If you haven't had your draft already, you should have had your draft already. And Jay, to your point, that's one of the reasons I don't play it every year no more, because it is a job. You are the GM of your team. You have to follow injuries, people getting hurt, same thing. But you got to follow stats. I mean, it's too much stuff to follow. Really.
I still had attention span for it. I hit the pools. I gamble on the pools, big top dollar pools, not like no $100 pools. I do the big pools, and I go to cities. Well, you know now that a lot of the cities are having sports gambling now. So when I go up to Detroit for the 49ers game, you know, Detroit, they got the sports book up there. So you can bet on sports up there now.
You can do it in Miami now. It's been approved in October.
Really?
Yeah. But let me be.
Well, hold on, but you have to go to Miami?
Miami, Florida will allow sports gambling down here in October. Yes, and in our next chat, I have the date for you and the commissioner decided. But
Jay, you have to be in Miami though?
From my understanding, no.
Okay.
But
that should be something you can do online.
Right.
Hey Jay, I need to make sure I get with Bingo so I can get your information and get your cash up so I can send you some money. I got some bets right here that I need to post. And I got some hot picks right here. I need to get that money, Jay. So we need bingo. I need to go with Jay because I gotta give him a cash out. I gotta get my money made this year.
Well, as long as Jay got, if I can get his approval and authorization to give you his information, I definitely will. Or you will. You can give me yours.
But yeah, I'm going to Detroit. So if you want me to play some bets for you, I can do that.
Yeah, my man Jay. One time for Sports Fanatic. This is a show where you don't just get entertained, you get paid.
Okay. All right. Great. Fantastic. So with that being said, we're going to get ready to close things out here for today. Again, I appreciate it. Very hot topics as we do it. This is how we do it on Sports Fanatics right here on DJ B Long Studio. As I mentioned, if you want to continue to stay on the channel and listen to some music, listen to some jazz, some hip-hop, some 80s and 90s, you got it right there all in one station. That's what I try to do. Make it like a variety store. Make it like that 7-Eleven, that convenience store on the corner. Except the difference is you don't have Abdul running it. You got Andera running it. DJ B Long in his house. Later. Hey, let me do this. Yeah.
All right, that.
Sports Fanatics. DJ B Long. Yeah, this is how I roll. We're going to close on out. Remember, next Saturday, we'll let you know what time. Ace will send you out a text. Jay will send you out a text and let you know what time we're going to be on the air. And be ready. And the Barnes, send me that information. If nothing else, we definitely going to make that the first topic we talk about because fantasy football. Because if you ain't got your draft done by then, it's almost too late. So you got to have your draft in. We can talk a little bit. We can bore Jay to death about that because you know his intentions ain't very long. But in the meantime, we gonna go ahead and roll.
Make sure they get my information going.
All right, we'll do. Any last parting words? Anybody got any last parting words?
One time for Sports Fanatic, baby. Boom! Miami, Florida. It's where is that?
49.
Yes, sir. All right. We out.
We out.
Sports Fanatics. Yeah, where y'all at? This is how we roll. A little bit of music to close us out. And thanks again. Appreciate you joining us. Yes, indeed. I'm still here with you, music world. All my video viewers, my Dove V's. DJ B Long has taken over the helm. Coming off that hot show, that Sports Phanatics show. Figure I'd bring you a little bit of appetizer here, a little dessert, a little music to follow up. Remember, make sure you go to the channel. You want to hear this kind of music without the show? Want to hear a little bit of jazz, some serious jazz, progressive jazz 2.0, as I like to call it. R&B, hip-hop, some funk, some 80s, 90s, all on the channel. So make sure you lock it in, DJ B Long Studio. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. That way you will know when I'm on live. And I try to do this to you at least once or twice a week. Stay tuned. Let's go ahead and do this. Ha.